What is up, good people? Jungle Inc. here, hope you're doing good. David Schwartz explaining how using stablecoins, whether it's Tether for US investors or eventually Ripple's stablecoin issued on the XRP Ledger, how that does not somehow diminish XRP's value as a bridge currency to be used in payments. We get some minor updates, some new dates on the schedule for the SEC court case with Ripple. And further, I think there's two big silver linings, and they're massive, to this court case against the SEC. And we're talking about beyond, revenge and justice and all this kind of stuff. But I think, important aspects of this court case that'll be quite good for crypto. All right, to kick this off, there was a Twitter post by TCryptoSpot, longtime XRP community member, saying what a lot of people are thinking. He says, is this basically Ripple now saying for US to international payments, we don't need the XRP token anymore, and we won't need it for conversion of USD into the recipient's native currency? So, of course, he's looking at the announcement that Ripple is using Tether and possibly Bitcoin for US payments in their ODL system. And he says, explain this to me like I'm a toddler because I'm not the sharpest sometimes. And I disagree. I think it's a valid question to ask. It's a question on a lot of people's minds, whether they want to ask it or not. David Schwartz responds. He says, the idea is to get people using payment software that can settle with XRP. There's no reason for them not to settle with XRP when it works best. It would be kind of silly to try to get people to use a solution that's inferior. And he has more to this quote, but let's unpack what he said there so far. Of course, XRP doesn't work best in the United States right now because there's uncertainty here. And it's specifically not a good option for Ripple right now, because part of that judgment lumped in ODL transactions with their sales to institutions, and there could be violations there. We don't think that there is, but the way that ruling was written up, we're just not sure. And so it's safer to stay away from that for the time being. Are we just going to stop making payments? Are we not going to service U.S. customers? Well, no, we're going to use another digital asset, one that is maybe not as fast and efficient as XRP, but it's a lot better than legacy systems. The future's multi-chain. There's going to be a lot of different crypto assets, and there'll be times when there's other assets that are better than XRP. Maybe there's more liquidity or there's better pricing in specific markets or corridors, and the more robust system we have and our ability to send payments in real time anywhere in the world, whatever the most advantageous asset to facilitate that payments, that's what we want to see built out here. And we don't want to say, no, you must use XRP or else we're not going to send your payment. That's not a great global system. Most of the time, the best crypto asset to send a payment is going to be XRP. It's going to give you the fastest payment and the cheapest cost. But there's no advantage to giving up on payment volume running through your network if there's an instance like this where XRP is not the best to facilitate the actual transaction you're trying to do. Then he goes on to say, where XRP works best, we don't want any barriers to people using it. Where XRP does not work best, we don't want people using it just to make us happy and suffering in an inferior experience or worse economics. And there's times when a stable coin has the utility you're looking for. There's times when XRP is best. You want to use the best tool for the job. That's what this is all about. The more systems we link up to the XRP Ledger, the more value we have running through that payment system, running eventually through XRP, the better off we will be. Judge Netburn has granted the SEC until April 29th to file a response to Ripple's motion to strike their expert witness. Is this a big issue? Probably not. They should have already had this witness in the case if it was going to be a significant issue. Hopefully they're not allowed to sneak one in here last minute, whether it's relevant or not, but we'll see how that plays out. Further, we have not yet got the date for the SEC's response to Ripple's latest filing where they're saying, it should not be more than $10 million. We'll see what the SEC has to say, but again, like Jeremy Hogan told us, it's going to be tough for them here because they can't show anyone was harmed financially, no investors were harmed, so they're probably not going to get any disgorgements, but there's still going to be some fines and penalties there because we have an awful lot of unregistered securities sales. Not fair. No one could tell you what the law was, but life isn't fair. They're going to pay some fines and penalties here. It's just a question of how much. Brad will whip out the checkbook and take care of that. No issues. My only prediction there Is this going to be more than 10 million and less than 2 billion? Somewhere in between, probably closer to 10 million than 2 billion. All right, to open up this video, I said there's really two big silver linings to this Ethereum case. And you know my unpopular opinion here. This isn't great for crypto. This is an attack on everyone. But I think there's two things that are valuable. Number one, people are going to be able to peek behind the curtain. I think this is important because people feel like Ripple is the only blockchain company that is selling tokens onto the market. The only company that's profiteering off the digital asset. We're probably going to get to see how much Ethereum consensus is selling and other connected individuals and entities. I think it'll be eye-opening for a lot of people, just like people were shocked when they learned, oh my gosh, Brad Garlinghouse is selling XRP. Of course he was. And so are the rest of them. The reality is, outside of Bitcoin, pretty much every altcoin has someone at the center there that's selling tokens onto the market, making the majority of the profits. And that's not a bad thing because someone has to build out these systems to build the future. And that's kind of what drives that in a lot of ways. But I think it will open a lot of eyes that, Ethereum isn't this just wonderful token that comes out of nowhere. There are very real businesses behind it. And as Brad Garlinghouse said, the most analogous company to Ripple on the Ethereum blockchain is Consensus. It's not that much different. They're a business enterprise. They're built around Ethereum, and it's very similar in a lot of ways. People will see that now. And I think you should have that realistic view of blockchain. Now, the second thing here, and it's only fair, we all know the XRP Ledger suffered in a big way when it got sued, and it was very unfair. And you see all the advancements now that are rolling out like AMMs and bridging technologies and things like that. I'm telling you right now, they're going to have to pare back on a lot of those advancements they're doing on the Ethereum blockchain. You got to be so careful. You're in the middle of this massive court case, billions of dollars on the line. You can't make a misstep. You don't want to roll out something that, implicates you in a securities violation. You got to kind of stand pat. And I think we will see Ethereum slow down a little bit. Now, whether that's good or bad for blockchain, I don't know. We're not going to see the big delistings and some of the other stuff that happened, but I think it will slow them down a little bit. And we could argue if that's good or bad for blockchain, but it's fair. The XRP Ledger, we kind of know where we stand, and you see us expanding in rapid pace with new features, new capabilities, and now it's Ethereum's turn in the barrel here to be stuck in purgatory. I don't expect the same impact on price. Again, Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, they're all still going to trade XRP, and that's fine. And we don't want massive market disruption from the number 2 crypto because that will affect a lot of values. But I don't think it's going to be full steam ahead in terms of development on that blockchain. They're going to have to be so careful. The last news article, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF daily inflow streak has hit 0 for the first time, breaking that 71-day record of continuous inflows. We knew it was coming. Not going to be only up forever. And remember this, all that extra buy pressure created by the ETF in times of hardship, in times of turmoil, when people have to sell things, it's going to create more sell pressure as well. It's a double-edged sword. Right now, not the end of the world. We just had a meaningless streak broken, not a big deal. But as we transition into the summer doldrums, as we have new court cases, new risk within the crypto space, and Bitcoin's not immune from that. Again, different infrastructure and wallet providers are under attack as well. Do we see a downturn, and does that ETF turn to be very negative and add sell pressure? Not predicting that happens, just understand that it can, and we will see things progress. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.